to my bit on the side. My rhymes flow like cheap wine. The panel's here, they're bringing the funk, and my audience. Did you not like that, Gracie? Thanks, good. It's not how I normally rap. I'm normally much more lyrical. I'm just not feeling it this evening. Right, coming up on the show, we have a handful of this.
You're going to see more and more and more of me, and that can only be more fun games, more dares.
A bit of that.
Long and thin or short and wide?
Short and wide. And get ready for a massive mouthful of this.
Oh, God, it's in my mouth. Well, that's what she said.
OK, so who is on the panel tonight? Well, our first guest is not only one of the biggest characters of this series, but will also be acting as an interpreter for all of the flies, bees and daddy longlegs that are watching the show this evening, and I know there's many. So let's all cry wolf for Wolfie! Our next guest is a presenter, a reporter. She's interviewed Jack Black, Snoop Dogg and Will Smith, which coincidentally was going to be our panel this evening if these three weren't available. So please welcome Anna Williamson. And last but not least, here on Bots, we don't like it when people assume actors are like their roles that they play on TV. For example, the character our next guest played on Shameless, she was brash, she was belligerent, slightly foul-mouthed. However, did you manage to pull it off? Tina OK, so this week, the country has been taken over by royal baby mania. So, like any respectable show, we sent our VT team down to get a bit on the side exclusive. I just hope they didn't cock it up.
There's millions of us here. We can't see anything.
OK.
OK, go.
Tell us when, Mickey. Look a bit happier. But they went to the right hospital, so that is a good thing, although I don't know why we bother with them, because they're quite shit. Right, shall we talk about the show? I'm just saying what you're all thinking. Shall we just watch? Yeah! OK, so we saw Dexter and Dan bitching about Callum stripping. Now, I liked it. I'm just putting it out there. It was a little bit weird and the bum was really wobbly, but I thought he pulled it off really well. Tina, was he not just taking one for the team?
I think... I don't know, I wouldn't have got it out, not looking like that, really. But, you see, I think Callum's a bit weird. I mean, you know, you wouldn't like to meet him in a dark alley, would you, really? I wouldn't like to see what's under his floorboards, to be honest, you know. I think he's a bit scary. Playing with that steel thing.
What, Wolfie's giggling?
He's a massive game player. He is. We all know this.
So is this part of his... you think this is part of his little sham that's going on?
Yeah, of course it is. He knows it's a game show. He knows how to play the game, you know?
What do you lot think of Callum? Does anyone feel sorry for him?
I think he's good. He's up for anything. I mean, to do that strip with that body was excellent. I mean, he's got bollocks. He's got bollocks.
Because he wants to win. You're saying he wants to win?
Because he wants to win. That's why he's up for everything and anything.
And it's a game show. It's a game show, so you should want to win. OK. I love how rowdy they are tonight. It's nearly the weekend, obviously.
He was getting his kit off so Charlie would see that he's got the better body.
Yeah.
Everybody's given him respect for doing it. Like, oh, he did it for the team. It's easy to do something like that when you're putting on a front. Like, you've got nothing to lose.
I know, but he did seem quite embarrassed afterwards, didn't he? He was a bit like, oh. It's a...
Yes, it's definitely.
My three ladies are here tonight.
It's definitely a game. The only reason why Dexter's upset is because he's got a better body than him. Yeah. Dexter's like a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah. Callum's got a man's body.
Oh, Grace is liking Callum's body. OK, now, Wolfie, I want to give you a little warning. We're about to talk about Dan. OK? So I just want to check. Are you okay? Can we get Wolfie some tissues just in case she gets a little bit emotional, like she did on Dish on the Side last night? Okay. So we saw Dan question. We saw Dan question this evening just how safe the safe house really is. Anna, why isn't he going with his gut? Because his gut has been right every single time.
Well, this is it. This is what's a bit strange. Detective Dan suddenly questioning it. Because he don't want to go. He doesn't want to believe it. He doesn't want to believe it's going to happen. So it's that kind of, I'm going to push it aside. I'm just going to keep going with my gut. But also as well, he has seen how the show keeps flipping Secrets and Lies. So for what his gut's thinking, actually, it could be the other way. It's messing with his mind.
So it's messing with his mind and maybe slightly in denial.
Oh, completely. I think he's quite happy to be in denial with it. He just doesn't want to leave.
Tina, he's given up quite a lot to be in here. I know he has to want to do that, but, you know, he was a member of the police force for a very long time. He wanted to kind of switch his life around, go into the Big Brother house, maybe work in television. Do you think he's going to...
Oh, I think he's living in cuckoo land. I mean, I actually think he's a nice enough fella, to be honest, right? He's a typical copper. He has that patronising tone about him. You know the way... I mean, he must have been... I don't know how long he was in the force, but it must have been a long time, because he's got that attitude of everything he's telling you. Like,
do you think he'll regret going in the house, though?
I think he wants his 5 minutes of fame, but what he needs to realise is it really is going to be just 5 minutes of fame. So, you know...
Tina, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm an actor.
OK, so the task has thrown a right old spanner in the works this evening. Oh, love it. Love it. Well, my question was, has Big Brother given away too much information? Because we're not meant to reveal so much.
No, they haven't given away too much information, because what does it do? It messes with their mind. Secret and Lies.
Secret and Lies.
Joe and Jack, how they're really reacting. They can't take that song. Gino's #1. They're like bitter people, I reckon.
Does anybody disagree? Does anybody think Big Brother has told them too much?
No. Yes.
Anna!
I know I'm the only person. I think yes. I mean, the reaction has been really, really good. I love the fact that Gina's gone into #1. I'll be honest, I've been watching it like you guys. I couldn't have seen that one coming. I really couldn't.
I don't get that at all.
It could be Secrets and Lies.
Exactly.
Well, for them, it could be Secrets and Lies because they don't know. For us, I think I'm allowed to say it's not Secrets and Lies. That was a genuine poll that was done online. Now, Gina, she walks straight up to that #1 spot, doesn't she? And what I love about her is, she, you know, everybody was saying, Gina, go, Gina, go, Gina, go. You know, we've heard what everybody's saying. You should be on that top spot. She was quite happy. She's like, yeah, I will just stand here at #1 and be quite pleased about it.
I don't know how.
Tina, is it a poison chalice, though, do you think, maybe?
Do you know what? I don't get the Gina thing. I've got to be honest, right? If she's attractive, I'm Angelina Jolie. I swear to God, she is... And no, I'm not talking about that. I know she's good entertainment, but I think she's sneaky. And I think... I've got to be honest, her and Dexter, I don't like her and Dexter. I mean, I tell you what, she needs to sort that hair out. And she needs to get some decent skin cream. If she's lived in the Savoy, I swear to God, I'm from Buckingham Palace.
She's very, very honest, though. You know,
do you know what? Yeah, but you know what? It's good. She's still game playing. And I think, as much as you're saying she's honest, she's deluded about herself. She's deluded about herself. Someone needs to tell her.
What anyone's saying, because so many
Someone needs to tell her you're not a whole cheese, Gina.
Say it like it is.
Very quickly.
She's sort of been brought up a particular way, and that's the only way that she knows. So when she's gone in there, she's just being herself, and the only way she knows to be.
That's right.
Which is why she's been. It's the way she's been shown how to be.
But do we really know how she's been brought up? Do we really know how she's been brought up? Or is that lies?
They were still talking about the task this morning. And now, listen!
The day is Secrets and Lies, and it is Secrets and Lies.
Well, are they going to be honest with us about the
there's not been, as far as we've seen, Every time we think the viewers have voted,
It's never been the viewers. Never.
Never.
Not once has it ever been the viewers.
I don't know. Some of them were true, some of them weren't. We're never going to know which ones were and weren't. You know, some. I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah. There hasn't been a lot of secrets and lies for secrets.
That's what I mean. So.
There's been
that's why I'm always thinking it's not true. It's not true.
There's been 2 big bombshells.
Yeah, but don't forget all the twists and turns they throw at us now. Like
you never know what's real and what's not. Yeah, the one time you think it's real, it will be the one time.
I mean, does it really matter if it was true or not?
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Now they're all one day to go, and they're all second-guessing it.
Yeah, well, this is it, and, well, they're right, aren't they? It's all going to change.
What do you not think?
It's all going to change.
What can they do? Even if more than they was told, what can they do about it? Seriously.
Exactly. They have made their decision, haven't they? You know, they put Dan in there with them. If it's the other way around, there's nothing they can do about it.
Mess with their
it's going to happen tomorrow night. I'm going to kick one of them out. It's just... if you would like to get involved with the studio audience, I don't know why, because they're crazy. I'm joking. I love you all. It's easy, very easy. All the details are on the screen now. Right, still to come, we'll be talking tasks and housemates with life coach and leg drummer Diane Udell. But first, tomorrow we'll see another housemate get the elbow. Who will leave the house to cheers or boos? This week, Dan, Sam and Sophie all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 50 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Dan, add 04. For Sam, add 12. For Sophie, add 13. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 35p. Other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. And for full terms, go to channel5.com/BB-Vote. Bit on the side, where we were so impressed with Dexter's seduction techniques that we've passed his tips on to a couple in hot audience tonight. So, how's it going? What did you say? Very smooth. Right, OK, so earlier our VT team were based outside of St Mary's Hospital. Now, I've just got a word that they've managed to catch up with some royal baby well-wishers. No doubt, someone probably forgot to press record, but let's have a look.
Do you think that the royal family are enjoying the series as well?
I'm not quite sure. They are usually busy on this time of the year.
I mean, it's also on Channel 5+1, so they've got the second chance to catch it.
Well, I can answer that for them. Yes, I'm not living in the palace, and I haven't got so much those kind of information.
Brilliant. I'm glad it's going smoothly and to plan. Right, joining me now to enlighten us on the tasks and the housemates' reactions is psychotherapist, life coach and all-round good egg, Diane Udell. You are a good egg. You are. Right, OK, so tonight the housemates saw just how popular they were with the viewing public. Let's remind ourselves.
Sam and Dan and Sophie all need to be in one. Sophie.
4 housemates are in the correct position.
Gina, do you want me down here?
No.
You never know.
Cheers for the confidence, Gina. I think maybe Dexter can come in top 4.
No, I reckon I'm definitely going to be in the bottom 4.
Stay. All housemates are in the correct position.
You're fucking joking, man. So Dexter's third.
Ooh, we are not joking, you. What did you make to that, Diane, when you saw it?
Oh, you know, the tasks the last couple of weeks have been amazing. Last week was revealing and appealing. This week it's revealing and it's got them reeling. It's the massive, massive reality check like Big Brother has never dealt before to the housemates.
So what effect is this task going to have on them, do you think?
You're going to watch them sober up for a couple of days. Lots of soothing.
All sinking.
And reassurances, lots of mid-distance gazes and lots of quietness. And I think they'll start bouncing out a little bit, but there's got a lot of downloading to do with what they've just been hearing.
OK, so what kind of gap are we talking in the perception that housemates have of themselves and the perception that the public have of them?
Pretty big now.
Oh.
I think some of them set out with a game plan and it's not quite gone to plan. And it'll be those that are suffering the most just now, but they're quite a resilient bunch, so they may bounce back within 48 hours, who knows?
We've I think, started to see views change, the housemates' views of other housemates change since the ranking part of the task happened. So is this going to split the group? Are we going to see divides form?
No, it's a nice idea, but I don't think this group ever will form any factions or splits because they are so individualistic. They've learnt as almost professional housemates, again, like never before, Big Brother first, that they need to kind of self-console. Maybe one person will be confided in, but they know it's too much of a risk to start getting into Barneys within groups or factions.
OK, now we talked about this earlier. Well, we asked the audience what they thought about whether Big Brother had given the housemates too much information. Knowledge is power, as we know.
Yeah.
So is it going to change the house?
Yes, as I said, for about 2 or 3 days. I mean, it's an experiment and a risk by Big Brother. As I said, one task last week was one way. This is the other extreme altogether. Never, ever has any housemate had a perception of what we're thinking out here, and 10,000 of us kind of voted in and gave our opinions ever before. It's never happened before in the history of the house. So we'll just see how this unfolds, not only for Big Brother, but of course for the effects individually and personally on them.
All of the audience, I think, loved it. Anna on the panel obviously wasn't so much of a fan of how much information they'd all been given. I was a bit like that. They shouldn't have information from the outside world. What do you think?
You're a traditionalist, Big Brother.
But this
is what I love about this year's Big Brother, though. It's kind of an experiment. It's a social psychological experiment. People like me absolutely love this sort of thing. You couldn't get people in a house legally and do that without them going, oh, it's just light entertainment.
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
So now let's talk about Hazel. We've seen her have a pretty rough time during the task. Let's just remind ourselves.
I hope there's not snots in it or anything.
Hazel received the most votes for being the biggest snake.
Can anyone explain to me the answer? No?
You're just a snake, for whatever reason, I don't know.
I don't know what everybody's seen, but I don't think I'm a snake. Whenever I've eaten pig snout and I've gotten gunged and I've been told how boring I am, yet they pick me to do everything, so... whatever.
Now, normally she's got a pretty thick skin, she takes it on the chin, she's a ballsy chick, but we've really seen it start to affect her in the past couple of days, haven't we? So going forward, not knowing how much time she has left in the house, how is it going to affect her time, do you think? Will it mess with her head anymore? Do you think she can come out of it, or...?
It can't not. I mean, having that much kind of feedback, and this snake thing, even the HMs can't give her any feedback because it's what we have said about her, but they didn't see what was happening not that long ago. There's something here about, on her audition tape, she was like Miss Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and she basically was, I'm not all bad, I'm just drawn that way. And when Gina said to her, you are nothing like, because she was happy-go-lucky girl next door for the first 3 weeks, then she got that feedback and then she started to change. She chose someone and she went and used her charms. And that's what we saw, and that's why it hasn't sat with a lot of people on the outside. And if that's been branded as snakeism, then bring it on. That's what she's got. And she's really shot herself in the foot. Yeah. She could, if she goes back to Girl Next Door, and if she goes back to being more affable and some of the qualities we have seen about her, then she could regain a little bit, but I think a lot of damage was done.
Down
the
past week or so.
Yeah.
All right! Not even talking to them and they can't shut up. Now, all the housemates thought that it would be Dexter that was seen as the snake, but obviously they were wrong. Will they start to view him differently now?
They have started to, but to be honest, at this stage in the game, it's not going to penetrate for anybody.
They've made their opinions of him already, and
he's more laid back. His mum said, "Be more yourself, son." That was the best invite anyone can get in there. That contact with his mum he barely ever sees, and it was very moving for all of us. And this last week, he has begun to enjoy himself. He's got his little swagger back and what have you. It's not that snaky. He has evolved, but to be honest, It's not going to make a big difference to the other housemates. They're all too absorbed with what's going on for them, because come tomorrow is going to be the biggest shake-up.
Oh, exciting! OK, so Dexter and Gina, they seem popular with the viewers, as we know. Is this going to make them the most powerful characters in the house now?
Not necessarily. They've always had... There's no one kind of in a prime position, never has been, not with this group, but they're very alike. Some relationships, people have to have power over each other. They, from the beginning, actually drew up alongside, because they're quite alike in some ways. Nothing needs to be gained other than Gina. She's bomb-proof. She'll accept Dex back, and Dex may get what he wanted going into the house, which is, I want a friendship from here. She might be the one who'll be doing Knightsbridge lunches and what have you with him long after the house is finished.
Do you think they get on so well as well? Because in the beginning, it was easy pickings, wasn't it? Everybody, let's vote for Gina and Dexter. Yeah. Let's vote for Gina and Dexter. Yeah. Is that why you think they have such a great bond as well?
But they're like in terms of class and background and their aspirations. That's why they gel so well. But our bigger characters were voted out very early on, and they were the two of the bigger characters left, and they've actually found sort of a solidity in that. Yeah. It was sad that there was kind of some conflict between them, but Dex wanted to avoid Gina going nuclear because he knows she can, and she does it brilliantly, and she'll provoke and provoke until she gets it.
And she would eat him for breakfast.
She would.
Diane Newdale, everybody. Still to come, we'll be hearing from the nominated housemates, friends and family. But first, normally at this point, we'd be putting your questions to this week's nominees, but as it's Secrets and Lies, it's the non-nominees answering questions as if they were nominees. Are you confused? Because I am. Here you go.
You're on the leg. You're on the leg.
The diary room man saw you in the toilet.
The diary man said that he knew you was in the toilet.
He saw you in there, so you were being watched.
Thanks for joining us.
The first question is for all of you. If you stay on Friday night, what else can we expect to see from you?
You're going to see more and more and more of me, and that can only be more fun games, more dares, and like I said, just a continuation of the roller coaster for me.
All I'm going to do is have a good time.
More laughter, and you get to see more of my beach body in the shower if you're lucky.
I guess I'll have to open up a little bit more emotionally because I've been a bit emotionally detached.
Fun, laughter, frolics, and good time.
It's more of what you've seen.
Just more fun, yeah, basically. Will you stop saying
Thank you,
evil
housemate. This is for Charlie. Are you having more fun in the house since Jackie Travers was evicted?
Yeah, I've definitely had more fun. Yeah. I'm joking. But nothing to do with mum. It's just that a daughter without a mum is always going to have a bit more fun.
Dexter, have any of your fellow housemates underestimated you so far?
In what way? You're going to have to elaborate that question. Like, I think I'm misjudged. I don't think that they've underestimated me. I just think people take me the wrong way sometimes, or they might take my kindness for weakness.
Gina, this one's for you. If you could swap places with somebody in the safe house and put them up for eviction, who would it be?
Oh, gosh. To be honest, I would refuse because I like everyone in the safe house and I'm close with each of them and they actually deserve their place in there right now. And someday I'll go back in the safe house, but... Do you want to be at home? Well, hopefully one day. Hopefully someday.
Jack and Joe, if Big Brother offered you the chance to become separate housemates, would you?
No, if Jack wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to do it, and if I wasn't here, Jack wouldn't be able to do it.
So we came in this one, so we're going to go.
We're definitely going to stay as twins.
Thank you from the Big Brother's Bit on the Side audience. You're now free to return to the house.
Big Brother's Bit on the Side, the nation's most loved spin-off show about Big Brother. So, after having spent 3,715,200 seconds in the house, Sam, Dan and Sophie could face the end of the road. So, naturally, we invited the people who know them best to fight their corner. So, please welcome Sam's best friend, Johnny, Sophie's dad, John, and Dan's boyfriend, Matt. Right. It's a very strange week, and it's a real shame as well, I think, this week, because 3 characters that I don't think anybody really wants to see go for a little while. If it were normal nominations this week and a straightforward eviction, do you think your 3 would still be up?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so, no. No way.
General consensus is no, then. OK, let's chat about the safe house. Matt, let's start with you first. How do you think Dan's been getting on? Do you think he's fitted in quite well?
Yeah, I think he's fitting in really well. Like, he gets on well with Sophie and Sam. And I think he wants a shower and a bath, which I've seen. What have you seen? Yeah, no, so I think he's getting on, like, I think he's enjoying it, like, with Sophie and Sam, because obviously he gets on well with them, so yeah, I think he's doing well. I think he likes it.
Now, Sophie, we've seen her mention that she's slightly disappointed that Sam hasn't had more fun in the safe house. So, Johnny, what do you make to that?
Yeah, I think it's maybe because, like, while they're both popular in the house, they maybe haven't hit it off between each other, you know, before they went in.
Well, they normally nominate each other, don't they?
But I think as the week's gone on, I think they've definitely got a little bit closer, and, you know, they've grown together. And it's just a shame, like I say, they're both up, so...
It's been quite nice, actually, because we've seen slightly more of Sam and Sophie, because as much as they're very liked in the house, they're very much liked on the outside. We don't see a lot of them, because I think they're such big characters. We've seen a slightly more bossy side to Sophie since she's been in the safe house, which is quite nice. But is that her natural self?
That is Sophie,
Does she kind of give it some?
Yeah, she do. She likes to deal with things in her own way. She comes across as bossy, but she's lovely.
She is lovely.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a shame that all 3 of them are up this week. Now, the safe house still don't know that they're up for eviction, and I can't believe I've got to be the one to tell them tomorrow night. It's really unfair. Now, do not love it. Matt, do you think Dan has worked it out, but he just doesn't want to say anything?
I don't think he's... Well, we've
seen him mention it slightly.
I think he's in denial. I don't think he wants to believe it. I don't think he wants to believe that he's up, because obviously he doesn't want to go. So I think he's, like, quite, like, being quiet about it, but I don't know, I don't really think he knows. I just think that he's maybe got an inkling, so, yeah.
OK, so we've seen a slightly different side to Sophie since she's been in the safe house. What more can we get to see from her, do you think, if she stays in?
I think Sophie's got a lot she can give. She's got a lot of shining to do. I think she's started to shine now, to be honest with you, since she's had a bit of airtime. And she's got a lot to give. She has got a lot to give.
OK, we've seen quite a nice bromance form between Sam and Callum. It's been quite funny to watch, actually, I think. Now, Johnny, do you think it's because Callum gives Sam the most time, really, of anybody in the house? We've heard him say that, you know, he does find it quite difficult to keep up with everything because of his hearing.
Yeah, I think, you know, you see Callum definitely, like, he helps him out and he speaks to him. Like I say, Sam does a lot of lip reading, so he helps him out by speaking to him. And, you know, he speaks clearly for Sam, and I think Sam just really appreciates, you know, the help. I mean, some of the other housemates, maybe not as much because, you know, they're not used to it or whatever, but, you know, in fairness to Callum, I think he's been great for Sam, and that's, you know, that's great for him.
Yeah, it's been really nice, actually. Do you think they will be friends on the outside still?
Oh, definitely, yeah, 100%. Like I say, they've got a bit of a bromance going, and yeah, I think I can see them being mates on the outside. They both love the football, so you can just talk transfers all day or something, like, you know.
That'll be fun. OK, now Wolfie, she obviously lived with Sophie and said that she was her favourite housemate and she would like her to win it. Can she win it?
Yes.
See, how does this make you feel when you know these are voting public? You're her dad. You're the most protective
all I can say is just give her a bit of time, bit of airtime, and she'll show you what it's all about.
So why do you think she's been so quiet for the last 6 weeks?
There's been too many big characters that have been filmed, you know what I mean? And I think she just needs that little bit of filming herself to show what she's all about.
A bit more time, airtime. OK. Now, we've talked about this earlier on, actually, Matt, and Dan taking quite a big gamble to change his life, something he's done for like 10, 11 years, suddenly just stop it to maybe try and go into television. Do you think he'll regret going in there?
I mean, I don't think he'll regret it, obviously, because it's a massive experience for him. Like, that's why I let him go on the show, because it's something that he wanted to do.
You let him go on the show?
Yes, I let him go. Yeah, I am the boss. So I let him go on, but I think the way he might leave the house, he's not going to be happy.
He's not, isn't he?
No.
What? Just just in case it's him tomorrow, prepare me. What should I expect?
You should expect a lot of swearing, maybe not stropping, crying, I think, a lot of crying.
Will he be as bad as Sally Axel?
No.
He'll be walking the
No, he'll be really upset. He'll be crying.
OK, very quickly, who should go tomorrow?
Sam.
Sophie. Dan.
Oh, look, they all get on so well. Very diplomatic. Thank you so much. Friends and family, everybody. Well, I can tell you one thing is for sure, that tomorrow either Dan, Sophie or Sam will be told to bugger off by you lot who vote for it. But before they entered the house, they met up with the wonderful AJ, and this is what happened.
Tell me an interesting fact about yourself.
I'm a black belt in karate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the most interesting things about me, because I don't really look like a karate person.
No, you
to
don't.
be honest.
I'm shocked. When you describe yourself in 3 words.
Lad, orange. And I think I'm an honest person.
Do you have any regrets?
Probably regret starting smoking.
Because now you can't stop.
No, I can. Do you know, I haven't got an addictive personality, but I just like fag.
Front door or back door?
Front door.
Too hot or too cold?
Too hot.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Long and thin or short and wide?
Short and wide.
Thank you. Do you know what? I've got a really good feeling about you.
Oh, yeah.
I think you could be.
Good.
What kind of housemate will you be, do you reckon?
I think I'll be Joker.
The Joker?
Yeah, why did the Scarecrow get a promotion?
Why did the Scarecrow get a promotion?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Because he was outstanding in the field?
In his field.
Oh, outstanding in his field. And what's your greatest achievement?
Getting on Deal or No Deal.
What?
I've been on that.
Richard! That is wicked. I love that fact. That's so good. Salty or sweet?
Salty.
Walk or run?
Run.
Still or sparkly?
Sparkly.
Twitter or Facebook?
Facebook.
Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Lights on or lights off?
Lights on.
Lights on. You're going to smash this. You're going to win.
Obviously.
Now, can you describe yourself in 3 words?
Loyal, honest, and genuine.
And how would your best friend describe you?
Kind of the life and soul, generally, of a party.
Wicked.
Yeah, I don't know when to stop.
Stop doing what?
Like drinking or dancing or whatever. A number of times I've been hiding behind speakers when my boyfriend's trying to get me home. I'm like, no, just one more drink. I hide behind.
How attractive are you out of 10?
Yeah, I'd probably go about a 6. I'm getting crow's feet and stuff now. My skin's kind of I'm getting older. I'm thinking about Botox in a few years around here. What do you reckon?
You don't need to. Love or money?
Love.
Brains or looks?
Looks.
Good or bad?
Good.
First or second?
First.
Bored or just boring?
Boring.
Front door or back door?
Front door.
You liar!
What? You can't say that.
Do you know what, Dan? Genuinely, I've got a really good feeling about you.
Have you?
I think you're going to win.
Oh, shut up. You can't say that. You're saying that to everyone.
I'm not.
OK, so for one of those housemates, their summer of dreams is coming to an end. But what do our panel and audience think? In the interest of fairness, each nominee will get a whopping 45 seconds worth of debate when we hear this noise. Time's up. We're going to move on to the next housemate. So, oh my goodness, who put that down there? So don't fuck about with talking loads. We need to get things going. Right. Okay, let's start with thanks. Let's start with Dan. Let's start the clock. Anna, if he doesn't go on Friday, will he remain or be again top dog in the house?
Probably, but it might have just knocked a few edges off him. For me, the jury's out with Dan. For me, I'm afraid. I'm not a huge fan. Controversial, I know.
Will we see him calm down a bit, do you think, if he stays tomorrow?
But don't you think it's a bit
psychic? He
does know everything.
Is it just intuition? No, he knows too much. He knows too much. That was weird. Yeah, but
now his nickname in the house has been Detective Dan, and we've called it him on the outside. But has it been his downfall?
Yes.
Has this been the problem for him?
No, I think it actually has, because then everybody now starts to second guess what Dan's thinking, and it just adds, and they then hate Dan for having the right answer.
Stop right there. Okay, let's move on to lovely Sophie. Let's start the clock. Tina, could her down-to-earth attitude have that winning formula? Is this what everybody wants?
Yeah, do you know what? I think she could win. I think women like women who like women. And, like, if you look at someone like Hazel, who's just a sneak, you know, coming on to another woman's man. And then someone like Sophie, I think what you see is what you get. She's pretty, she's amiable, she's friendly, and there's no game playing with her. I think she's, like, really down to earth. I think she could win. I hope someone like her wins, rather than a sneak or a snake like Gina.
So you'd rather have the genuine...
A nice bit.
So what do you think? Has our East End girl, is she going to have her duff moments tomorrow? No. Stop. I told you not to mess around. Okay, finally, let's talk about lovely Sam. Let's start the clock. Now, he's only received 2 nominations throughout the whole series, both of them from Sophie. Could this be one of Big Brother's greatest injustices?
Yes. No. Sam, save Sam. He's fabulous. He hasn't had the chance, and they're very selfish in there by not speaking to him face on, so he can actually see what's been said.
He's there for the harder hearing. Okay, well, Wolfie, let's talk to you. You've been in the house with him. He has been struggling with his hearing. We've heard him say this. You know, he finds it quite difficult to keep up because everyone, they don't really kind of take time to think about him. You know, how much did it affect him, do you think, in there? And did you make that effort with him, do you think?
I think I actually did. I had a couple of chats with him, but I think as well, sometimes when you're really peed off, you know, you just want to mumble and, you know what I mean? And then you come over and he'll be like, oh, why are you ignoring me? Stop. Yeah. I'm not... You know, I was just murmuring, but you can't pick it up.
It must feel quite alienating, though. I know we're meant to stop right there, but I think it's something quite important. Very important. Okay. Very quickly, down the panel, Tina, who should go tomorrow?
Who should go tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, probably Dan.
I don't think I need to ask you, but I'm going to. Wolfie?
Dan or Sam. Anyone but Sophie.
Anna, don't hate me, Sam.
Okay. Well, tomorrow night, AJ's going to be in the phone room taking your calls with whoever gets evicted. So if you fancy a little natter, then get in touch. Details are right there on the screen now. Right, still to come, we've got the latest news from the big house, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. The show voted most likely to make you want to change the channel. Here's today's news. At 11:29 this morning, Dan and Sophie were in the safe house discussing Callum.
I was just sitting there and Callum's in the kitchen, and it's the way he'd sort of... Sam come in there and went, oh, you're doing all the washing up, so, and he went, don't worry, Sam, I'm doing it now, I'm doing my bit, so I won't have to do it later, Sam. That's right, Sam.
He is exactly like that, isn't he?
And it's like, shut up, just get on and do it, like, or moan about it, because I'd be in there moaning about doing it, because I'd be like, look at this shithole, where he's going, I'm doing my bit, it's my bit, and it's like,
do you know what he said to me?
Shut up! He does things to get the sort of praise. Oh, poor Callum, poor Callum. Yeah, like that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. He wants to be this Jack the Lad kind of bloke. Like, yeah, look at me, I'm really cool. But he's not. He's just not cool.
No, I know, he's not.
Callum? Not cool? Excuse me, when he takes his top off in front of 200 women, it's an explosion. At 12:48 this afternoon, the housemates discovered their whopping £76 worth of shopping.
This is Big Brother. The storeroom is now open for housemates to collect their shopping.
Oh, let's all run.
Let's get this tobacco, bitches.
Oh, are you joking? That's it.
Oh my God!
Look.
It's empty!
Oh my God.
Where's the rest of the milk?
It is.
Somebody took 3 milks off. We ordered 6 and somebody took 3 milks off.
How much do you spend on fun?
£16. What?
See, I did tell them they cannot afford, on a £76 budget, to spend £16 on fags.
I thought they would have ordered 3 packs, and I know it's only 25p a pack, but it's just... Principle. I will. It's a drop and budget at the end of doing it.
I spy another cigarette row coming. And finally, at 1:18 this afternoon, the twins were taking part in today's task, where they had to hold up a number of objects for as long as possible.
What the fuck?
We're in a task.
We're in a task.
We're not allowed
We're not allowed
to touch
drop
the floor, drop them.
Put them
You're not allowed
down.
to touch them.
For how long?
Until Big Brother calls us back up.
With Jack and Joe, collect some more items to look after from the hatch.
Knew it.
Ah, class.
Come here on then. Oh, you look so pretty. I can't hold everything. No, Joe, I haven't. All my hands are full.
You don't want to get on the wrong side of me, kids.
This is Big Brother.
Oh, not more.
Joe, you're not dying. It's only a wig. You're not suffocating. It's a fake wig.
This is Big Brother. With Jack and Joe comes to the diary room.
Please don't tell me. I'll wear the chain. No, you're always wearing little things.
Push it in.
Where do you get all these props? Where do you get these props from?
Oh, God, it's in my mouth.
That's what she said. But that's the Joe!
They want to get all of that back to Ryland's dressing room as soon as possible, because he is going to be pissed when he knows that they've taken it. And that is today's news. Right, during the show, we've been showing you how the VT team got on Monday outside the Royal Hospital. Now, I can hardly believe it, but I think they were actually there when the announcement of the birth was made. This is exciting.
Who's going to win Big Brother?
Wolfie, definitely.
Wolfie?
Yeah.
Wolfie went out.
No, you're joking.
No, Wolfie's out.
Okay.
I hope you pay more attention to the baby. Maybe the baby's been born. You don't focus.
No, the baby has been born yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What's the baby's name going to be?
Jessica.
Jessica?
Yeah.
How do you know?
She's going to be Jessica. I've got information. I think she's going to be Jessica.
And you came all the way to England to see this baby be born and watch Big Brother?
I came all the way from Kenya.
From Kenya?
Yeah.
All the way from Kenya to watch Big Brother?
To watch Big Brother, imagine.
Yay! Go and watch Big Brother! Now, Friday is one day away, and we are going to be calling time on another housemate. But who is it going to be? Here are the numbers you need. This week, Dan, Sam and Sophie all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 50 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Dan, add 04. For Sam, add 12. For Sophie, add 13. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 35p. Other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. And for full terms, go to channel5.com/BBVote. We're in the digital box.
Oh, yeah.
Are we friends again?
I think so. I think I've forgiven you for yesterday's violence.
I haven't forgiven you for what you said.
What did I say?
That Ryland's your favourite.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm his favourite as well, apparently, so...
He says that to everyone.
No,
He does. He says it to Ian too as well. Anyway, what's happening?
Oh, well, first of all, I just want to draw your attention to this.
This is amazing.
Which is... It's pretty sexy.
So what was this? This happened today, right?
Yeah, that's Joe, I believe. It's one of them anyway. I think it's Joe.
Is this part of a task or is this just for fun?
No, this is... Well, I think since they've discovered that they're up for eviction, even though they're not really, I think they've been acting up a little bit.
So they're upping their game?
They are.
Because they know that their popularity
strategically.
is slightly down on the others?
Yeah, yesterday's task really put the cat amongst the pigeons with everyone not knowing, finding out how popular they are, how likely they are to win. Okay. Callum's been really upset today.
Really?
He's been sulking and saying, oh, I'm not happy, yeah. And that's all on the website, channel5.com.
But you would be, wouldn't you, if you find out, if you maybe thought you were slightly more popular than you turned out to be?
I think with Callum as well, the fact that Dexter was so high above him was really upsetting.
You've got about 25 seconds to tell me stuff.
All right.
Anything else?
Let's have messages of support.
Yes.
For Dan, Bernie Moore says, Dan has to stay. He's like a cute little Smurf and it'll be boring without him. Shannon Pasty says, Sam has got a great personality and is really entertaining. I love his jokes and the way he winds up other housemates.
Yeah.
And Gemma Matthews says, Sophie is a bubbly person, speaks her mind, always up for a laugh, and a truly genuine and likeable person.
Perfect timing. And we also have live streaming online
Till
tomorrow
2.
night. Till 2. Right,
Tonight,
that's your lot.
every night.
And tonight. AJ and Ryland back tomorrow with Jackie Travers, Patrick Strudwick, Danica Thrall, and your latest evictee. See ya, and I quite might want to be ya.